What's up, everyone? I'm CO Connolly. So, today I wasn't too sure what to film. I didn't know even last week, so I just didn't. Plus, my husband was home, and I was like, I'm still not comfortable filming in front of other people. My niece was here, and y'all saw that, but it was okay. I did miss another week of filming, but that's because my niece had a baby. So that was that. I had to go in for that. But yeah, I wasn't too sure. And then I kind of came up with this thing where I was thinking the internet is ruining spelling. Just straight up, the internet is ruining spelling. My thing is that what irritates me the most in social media posts is when people don't know the difference between the words there, here, which is not even a hard one, your, which I can get, but come on, people, really? The 2 and 2, I'm not going to hate on, okay? Because sometimes I still struggle with it, even though I do know the difference. There are times where, yes, I'll put in the wrong form of 2, and there isn't really anything you can do about 2, because sometimes it's interchangeable, sometimes it's not. I don't know. I still struggle with 2, so I'm not going to hate on anybody for using the wrong form of 2. But here, HERE is here, and HEAR is here. I don't understand why it is that people can't get that. Did they not teach you that in school? It is so irritating. And, okay, there, and there. There are different forms. There are 3. THERE. Over there. THEIR. That shows possession to a few people. It is their item. THEIR. And then THEY apostrophe RE, which is they are, which turns out to be there. I guess it's more of the fact the internet is making people lazy because they feel like they don't have to think about it enough. What kind of there do I need here? HEAR. Because they don't give a shit. That's my biggest issue. I don't understand why some of these kids can't seem to pay attention in school so it doesn't make them look stupid on the internet. One thing that I cannot get, okay, now I'll get text messages that are spelled incorrectly and they're using the wrong form of the word from people that I know the correct form of the word, but it's coming out wrong because they're using that speak to text. So they're talking into their phone and their phone is not translating it correctly. So that I understand. That's totally different. But on a Facebook post or an Instagram post and you're using the wrong form, I have literally unfriended people for using the same exact wrong word several times because it irritates me. And there is the biggest one. I have removed myself from groups, and most of them are writing groups. But I have removed myself from groups because somebody could not use the correct form of a word. And I remember sitting there thinking, y'all are supposed to be writers and you don't know the correct form of this word. Okay, let me put it this way. I can understand if English is not your first language. That's fine. I get that. But not if you're a writer. Okay, if you're a writer and you're attempting to write in English, English may not be your first word or your first language, but you've had to have gone through an English class that taught you this. And if you're doing this in a writer's group, it should be the correct form. Now, random ass people who post on Facebook and legitimately do not know the difference in these specific things, that's what irritates me. That's what gets me. Seriously, you are in your 50s and you don't know the difference? Where did your English teacher go wrong? Because I'm telling you now, I know they taught you. It's so irritating. My son gets the same way, and he's not even a writer. It's just the fact that he has this weird perfectionism where if something is said incorrectly or something is spelled incorrectly, it's not okay. It's not okay. But he always likes to prove people wrong. That's what gets me. He likes to prove you wrong. If you are wrong, he will prove it. And I don't like that. But it is a good habit to have because he has never misspelled a word there to me because he knows how irritating it is. He knows how irritated I get when I'm like, oh, these people. I'm okay with not using commas, but please use periods in your social media posts. I don't know where one sentence ends and one sentence begins, and when you have a full paragraph on your social media, I am so out of breath by the end of reading that because there's no pauses, there's no periods, and without those periods, it legitimately gives absolutely no emotion to what you have said. There's no emotion to it. I imagine this robotic voice just going line by line, and there's no emotion. Without those periods, you cannot give your writing an emotion. And I think that's one of the most irritating things is because your writing has zero emotion without those periods. Just put the period at the end of the sentence. If you don't know where it goes, maybe you should read it. Read it after you're done. Do a little editing on your post before you just go, yes, that looks good. I mean, I understand some rants, okay. There are times where I'll remove the period from a sentence if I'm sending one sentence in a text message, because I don't know what emotion the other person was conveying to me. And I will tell you, there are times where I'm sitting there going, are they asking me or are they telling me? Because I can't tell. Because there's no question mark, there's no period. I don't know what they're doing. So my answer comes back without any punctuation in it as well. Here you go. I'm more irritated at the fact that I don't know if you're asking me a question or if you're telling me a statement. So here's mine without punctuation. And I know it's just me because I'm a writer, and punctuation means everything in writing because it evokes emotion, and it just legitimately, it just gets you involved in what the other person is saying. I can tell you right now, these social media posts where, this person is sad. And then they give you this long drawn out thing with no punctuation. Okay, now you haven't drawn us in. We're not feeling any emotion for you. We don't really feel sorry for you, but we feel compelled because we are the human race to comment and say, I'm so sorry you feel that way. Nobody has actually read what the hell you put in there because they don't understand it. Without punctuation, nobody understands what you are saying. And I swear to God, it's the internet. Because if I watch one more video by a millennial who uses, BTW, SMH, use the words. It's not going to hurt you in your brain to say it out loud. Using acronyms when you speak makes you look dumb. Is it just me? Or am I legitimately just angry that some of the laziest people have all of a sudden been born and they're using acronyms in everyday talk? I understand the acronyms on the internet because that's what they were meant for. They were meant for the internet. It's because you only get so many characters in Twitter. Cool. But you can say as many characters as you want out loud. You can say, by the way, or shaking my head. You don't have to say BTW or SMH. I'm tired of having to Google things to figure out what they mean. I'm just saying, I don't speak text. And I don't like it when people text me with those either. I do BTW. But that's only because my phone will actually change it to by the way. So I will type in BTW. And then my phone does the predictive text. And I just go, bink. And it comes up as by the way. I also do OMW, which is on my way. And my phone pops it up. So I can understand doing it in text. Because my phone tells me what it says. And I just click it and I don't have to type all that. It's easier on me. But social media, acronyms are fine. Texting, acronyms are okay. Speaking, oh my God, use your words. I swear these kids were never told to use your words. Is that just not a thing anymore? It's no longer use your words. So you're going to have like little 4-year-olds that are having an argument and be like, oh, FML. You know, because they can't say the word. So why not use the acronym? So you got a 4-year-old who's just having a tantrum and they're just, FML. I don't know. I'm literally, I could just imagine the millennials having kids and that's all they do. SMH, mom, FML. And that's how they talk now. Like, is the world going to hell in a handbasket? That makes me sound old. I'm just trying to figure this out. Why is it that the internet has all of a sudden turned most people into just these walking acronyms? Although they also didn't have to use the word millennials, because I've been fighting for them to move the year when the millennials were born, because they were trying to say that I was a millennial. Bullshit. Bullshit on that right now. I am not a millennial. I'm not even remotely close to that, because you know, when I got internet, I was 16 is when the internet came out to the public. America Online. AOL. That was the internet. I was 16. I am not a millennial. I didn't grow up with this shit. So y'all can just suck it. I was so mad when I found... Oh, and my husband, who's born a year before me, was considered in that millennial age, which he was fighting it too. So we have found out that we are technically considered as what they called Zennials. I was always told that I was in Generation X. I'm just saying. I was always told that I was Generation X because it was considered as Generation RX, and that was true because I had a lot of friends who used to take a lot of prescription drugs. But I'm just saying, I'm happy with Generation X. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with the millennials because millennials have ruined everything. And now all these millennials are having kids at this age. Yeah. I'm not even going to say much because I think what they've had issues with at this point is the Gen Zers who legitimately have no idea what is going on in the world, and they seem to think that they want to do protests like the 60s. No? You want to sit there and you want to protest for something that you know nothing about. And that is one thing. Okay, global warming, I get it. That's all I'm going to say about that. I get it. Who cares? Like, there isn't anything that you're going to do to change anybody's mind about global warming. Everybody's just going to have their either, it's here and it exists and oh, we need to save the planet. Or you're going to have those people who go, I don't get it. And they're just not going to give a shit. Or you got the people that really just don't give a shit. I'm literally in that. I just don't give a shit. Okay, global warming, cool. I'd rather have it warm outside. And I know that's not what that means. I know that's not what that means. I'm just saying, in context. I like it being warm outside. I don't mind global warming. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. Veganism. Okay, there's too many people that understand the concept of overpopulation when it comes to animals. Certain animals are overpopulated. There's a reason why we kill them and eat them. It's just how it works. And trying to say you would never eat your dog or cat is just morbid and completely wrong. That's like saying you wouldn't eat your boyfriend. Okay, but how does that go into veganism, you know? I mean, okay, I'm sorry, but I keep sitting there thinking, I'm like, y'all keep talking about don't kill the animals, blah, 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 but technically you are if you eat all the rabbit's food. So why not just kill the rabbit and have a stew? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Only a little. I have a ton of deer meat in my house. My husband's going to get another one for the new year. We like our venison. I also have chicken. We like chicken. I will tell you this much, though. I will only eat meat if I did not see the animal die. But I have no problem looking at it in its face afterwards, trying to figure out how it's going to look on my wall. Does that sound mean? That's okay. SMH. FML. The internet is ruining spelling. Spelling. You know, most people put down congrats because they don't know how to spell congratulations. I don't care. I do it too. I literally have no idea. If spell check can't spell it or can't correct it, I literally have no idea. I'm not even the best speller. I'm going to put it that way. I'm not the best speller, but I do know how to use the correct form of certain words. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm here. HEAR. I'm just saying. I know the correct form of certain words. I also know how words fit together in a sentence. And there are some times where I will read a social media post that I literally do not understand. I don't get it. I have no idea. It's like they just threw a bunch of words together and hoped that it made a sentence or a coherent thought. And sometimes it doesn't. Of course, sometimes my videos don't make coherent thoughts, but it's generally just me ranting about how stupid some things in the world have made people. You know, other countries already think that Americans are stupid. Yeah, let them read our social media posts. That'll help them out a whole lot. I mean, it could be a little different. I think I have actually seen some girl from the UK that was actually kind of dumb, but you know, I think every country has their dumb people. So I think that foreigners need to just lay off Americans. Only some of us are dumb. There's others out here who are really, really smart. This always irritates me. They find the dumbest people on the street to ask them questions. And then some people do not follow politics. Like me. I really could not care less. As long as you don't affect me directly, more power to you. That's why I keep trying to figure out why these politicians are trying to impeach Trump right now. Okay, I get it. He's kind of a douche. And he needs to stay off of social media. But he's our president for now. Leave it alone. We have new elections next year. I mean, what more do you want? He'll serve his 4 or 8 years and then he'll go away. I mean, can you just let him serve out his time? It's not doing anything that's, you know, big, I guess you could say, other than the immigration thing, but that's a whole nother matter, and I'm not going to even get into that. Because that's probably one thing. But, you know, my thing is, though, is that all the presidents have been doing it since, like, the 70s. And nobody has thought twice about it because nobody has said it out loud. Trump's the first president to say it out loud and say exactly what he's doing. But, whatever. Whatever. That's it. I'm done. Rant over. Last week, or not last week, but the last video I did was trigger warnings. This week is now, you know, the internet is ruining spelling. Do they not have spelling tests in school anymore? I don't know. My son is 20. I have no idea if they do spelling tests anymore. Do they do spelling tests anymore? My son did. But he did very little. I did more with him at home because I wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to be, you know, one of those kids that was ROTFL-ing on, yeah. LOL. Anyway, okay, that's it. Buy my books. Cyber Monday. When this posts will be Cyber Monday. 35% off all my books on my website. Cyber Monday. So, if you're watching this after Cyber Monday, I'm sorry. But, yay! Okay. Alright. That's it. I'm out. Bye!